Karen Stevens Podcast. Check it out.
The Karen Stevens Experience.
Train by day. Karen Stevens Podcast at night. All day.
Hi, and welcome to the first and maybe the only Karen Stevens Experience podcast. So I stopped writing the Christmas letter because quite frankly, I didn't know if we'd have much to say this year with the kids all gone, but that actually ended up not being true. But a lot of it isn't really appropriate to put in writing. So this is a good format for us. You're going to hear directly from each one of the kids and Todd about their year, their highs or lows, or what's going on with them. And instead of my take, you're going to directly from them. Most of it is appropriate. Some of it's not. So we, did some beeping and bleeping or whatever you call it in order to protect the innocent. So I hope you enjoy it. Look who we have here. Hey, Ryan. So you're sporting your new sweatshirt from your dad.
Yes. Good old F1,
I know.
Max Verstappen got the dub again.
Well, that was too bad because people in Vegas don't like him and they didn't
I
cheer
do.
anyone.
I like winners.
Okay, so first of all, isn't
Yeah.
it nice being the only son so you get all the gear?
Yes.
Because Olivia was really mad that I didn't buy 2 sweatshirts. I only gave one to Abby because I kept the other one for myself. So you're kind of lucky.
Fair, got lucky, yeah. Or just be the favorite of each gender sibling. That's kind of how it is. Like
No,
Abby
it is
got
not how,
it.
That is not how it works. Okay,
Olivia
so,
didn't. Cool world.
So you came back to Los Angeles.
Yes.
You're finally done with college.
No.
Why aren't you?
I'm doing a part-time master's.
So when will you be done
December
with that?
16th. Counting down the days.
So then you'll have no more school.
No, because I have to study for the CFA. Yeah. And so we're.
It's hard to believe that the
at all
the
times.
little kid that I couldn't teach the letter W to is actually getting diplomas.
Yeah,
in
beats
college.
Sarah in the amount of time frame. Did I want to point that out for the crowd, please? Thanks.
Okay, so you got a job
Yes.
and you have a mortgage now.
Yes.
So how does that feel?
Sucks at times. I like having my own place. I like being back in LA. Like working. But the mortgage hits the bank account a little too close to home.
Yeah, it is hard to be poor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how cheap are you? I hear you're pretty cheap.
Occasionally, just depends who I'm out with. Depends on the occasion.
Okay, so let's see. Let's go through some other. What is another highlight of the year for you?
Another highlight of the year for me. Avid pickleball and golf. I'd probably say I've picked up some sports, some stuff I like to do on my free time.
Yeah, because you're done with football.
Yeah, so.
So you
Dad
came
and
out
I-
uninjured.
Yes, Dad and I go golfing a good amount, and then picking up pickleball recently. You've lost every game to me. I want to point that out to the
We've
crowd.
only played 3 games.
Yeah,
2
and
games.
all
and I've
three
never
were all
played before.
losses.
It was the very
It
first
was
time.
also
That's not fair.
awful.
First of all, you're a terrible competitor.
Yeah, it's just winners win.
No, winners. You don't win all the time. Okay, so let's
Never
discuss
lost.
fantasy, our recent trade.
Yes.
Yes.
How
That
do
you
I feel?
instigated and then you actually wanted to get out of.
The thing is, I looked at the rankings. Wide receiver number 7, number 4 running back fantasy for a ranked number 6
Brian,
receiver.
Give all
The statistics are pointing my
I got
direction.
Armand St. Brown.
Henry agreed with me.
Okay.
Dad, I don't
He
care
did
about
not
his
agree.
opinion. I don't care about his
Okay.
opinion.
Oh, really?
His fantasy
So
opinion
this is now
doesn't
on-
mean
this is
anything
now
to
on
me.
video.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go through what's your low point?
I have no lows. Riding high, going into
Really?
California.
Yeah. You're
Can't
just happy
complain.
to be home.
Yeah, I can't complain. Yeah.
What about where did we go this year?
I went
So,
to.
we went skiing.
We did when.
Oh wait, you didn't get
I didn't
to
get
go.
the nod.
Oh wow, you had a job.
I didn't get the nod.
That's
I
right.
had
You
a
didn't get
job.
to go skiing.
But I was in Laguna Beach. At Dana Point area.
That's
So,
nice.
Can't complain.
And Nashville, we went to Nashville.
Yes, we did go to Nashville. Where did we go also on top of Nashville? I forgot. There was someone before that, right?
If we went anywhere else.
Oh, New York too. We just got back.
And then no significant other in your life.
No, we're still living life single. It's not by choice.
That's
Lies.
funny, actually.
Not by choice. Yeah. Well, we're still waiting for the one.
You are?
Yeah.
Well, you're 23.
23, yeah. It's playing
It's slow
the long
sometimes.
con here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then what kind of work are you doing?
I work for Ares, a private equity firm, mostly in their investor relations, portfolio management side. So, yeah.
And you like it?
I do. I like who I work with. I like the culture of the firm, and then I also like what I do. So, can't complain. Hitting all cylinders.
So now I remember there was something about you this summer. So wasn't there like an 8-day girlfriend? You did have an 8-day girlfriend. No, Ryan, you can't swear in the podcast
Why not?
because it's a rule.
Rules.
Ryan, you can't say that either.
No,
No, you.
what
can't.
happens? DX, move on. Next person. That's the mindset. It's not my fault.
Okay. Now we have to cut all that out.
No, we don't. Keep it in. Keep it in. Hey, keep it in, please. Keep it.
Okay, so now do you have a song for 2023? Do you have your phone?
I do have my phone.
Okay, so play
Play a song.
a
Did
song.
everybody else have to do this?
Yes.
I didn't watch you guys' video.
It has to be clean.
Clean.
Once again.
Sorry. Frick. My bad. I'm gonna go Jungle by Freddie Young.
What?
I'm really leaning into my house vibes. I think
You are.
it's great music. Claire and I bonded over it, which is nice.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
so it's good. Claire's moving to the top of the sister list recently, so yeah, a good
We'll
old
have to play
Joshua.
this
Oh,
back.
Joshua Tree too.
Well,
Yeah, don't forget about that. It was great.
We'll have to
fun
play this
weekend.
back in about 2 weeks when you guys are fighting.
I have no problem with Claire. We're the not boring sisters. We get along really well. The boring ones, on the other hand, they're to watch out for.
Is it true you guys have a not boring group chat?
Yeah, it's
It's
I
not
can't
really
I can't
a
say
group
the
chat,
whole
is it?
I can't say the whole name of the not boring group chat since it gets a little bad at the tail end
My
of it.
dad watches this.
Yeah, I didn't say anything wrong. Yeah, I know it's the gesture of privilege. Yeah, it's not our fault.
Okay, well, thanks for coming by, Ryan.
Yeah, I appreciate your time. Personally,
Actually,
yeah.
I don't know if I appreciate yours.
I know. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna walk out this one.
Okay, bye. Hey, Abby.
Hello, here's some tea.
Thank you, darling.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. So, Abby, now you usually have tea at 4 because explain to everyone
How I eat.
what your schedule is
At school.
everywhere.
Okay, my life. So I wake up, and at school I go to the gym. I usually do a
No,
hip.
but what time do you wake up?
I wake up at like 7:05. So I wake up at like 7:05, and I get dressed, brush my teeth, wash my face, go to the gym, and then afterwards I go to breakfast and I eat at like 8:45.
8:40?
Sometimes with my friends, sometimes not, in Collins, my favorite dining hall. And then I call my mom at around 9:35, and then I have to dread going to Spanish because that's my worst subject.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can't believe you're almost done with Spanish.
I know. One more
And she
oral
still
interview
doesn't
and
have
I'm
any
done.
idea how to speak
I don't know
Spanish.
how to speak, but I finesse the system, so we'll be okay, luckily.
And then what time do you eat dinner?
5.
5.
And I eat at specific dining halls every day of the week.
So you're very, very regimented.
Yeah, I'm very regimented.
Okay. So what do you do for fun?
Okay, this is such a fun question. Well, one of my very close friends, Natalie, we went to Lake Arrowhead this past weekend, which was really fun. So she makes me go on adventurous things. We went on a hike. A lot of the time I go to Kings games and have fun there. I love sports, and I also with Sun Young I watch
What do
hockey.
you typically do like on Friday night?
Okay. She's really calling me out boring on this one, but I enjoy my life, my like grandma, like 7-year-old life. On a Friday night, I would say I would study until like, I don't know, like 8:30, and then sometimes I would watch a movie, and then I would go to bed at like 9:30.
What kind of movies do you like, Abby?
I love rom-coms because I'm
Oh,
ridiculous. Yeah, so When Harry Met Sally, shout out to Sarah's wedding, but When Harry Met Sally is like my favorite movie, and I have it bought on Amazon Prime, so I suggest watching it.
All right, so let's think about 2023.
Crap.
So I know that you were worried about what kind of job you're going to have because unlike a lot of the other people in the family,
I don't have an engineering degree.
Yeah, exactly.
I know,
You're
I'm a
not doing
BA.
engineering, so we don't really know where to direct you.
Yeah.
So where did it lead
I'm
you?
a
What kind
failure.
of job did you do this summer?
Well, this summer I did an accounting internship for the Kings, which, the Kings sounds really fun, but the accounting part was less fun. I went on the roofs and took inventory of all their HVAC systems, and then did an
And what is an
inventory
HVAC
analysis.
system? Did you know before?
Eric, no. I put extremely confused on my spreadsheet that I had, the inventory tracker, and yeah, I had a lot of questions from my bosses, which was very fun.
All right, so now let's get to this year, this school year.
Yeah.
So things have settled down for you because you were really worried about not having a job. Because
Yeah, being a failure.
You didn't want to be the Kings thing again because that
No, I
wasn't the
didn't.
best.
Yeah.
So, so what did you do?
Well, yeah, so I'm gonna work in Boston next summer as a consultant, so that'll
So
be
you're gonna
fun.
leave Los Angeles too.
Yeah, I'm like Olivia. I'm like leaving to the East Coast. Well, hopefully I'll come back here because I can't leave the perfect weather. Poor Olivia, but
Yes. Okay. And then you already know what you're doing for the summer of 2025,
yeah.
but that's going to be in Los Angeles.
Yes, that's annoying.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, these jobs are in accounting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. What else? What's your lowest point this year?
I haven't had very many lows, but Olivia's trying to tell me for me to say her leaving, but I got to visit her in New York and it was super fun. But
Yeah, it's really not a problem then.
my low, I think it's kind of a funny low. Like I've had some other lows, not having Olivia at Claremont for sure was one. But my biggest low that's funny is on my 20th birthday, Paul was like, Abby, so like you still don't have a boyfriend? And I was like, no. He always asks me this whenever he sees me. And this time he was like, well, you're so young. You don't need to worry about it. And then I told him I was turning 20 and he looked really concerned. So I just thought that was really funny for a grandpa, but I'm happy. So I just thought
Well,
that
my
was
dad
funny.
was married when he was 20.
I know, that's why he was
Yes,
extremely
exactly.
concerned for me, but that's okay.
I know that is very exciting.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so what's
no,
the
not
song that you are choosing for 2023?
Yeah, so I love like Frank Sinatra and Zac Brown Band this year, but the song that most resonates with this year in particular is the song Saint Ferdinand by Lauren Daigle because it represents like being happy no matter what, and without having Olivia at Claremont was kind of sad. So this just represents that for me, so I'll play a little bit of it.
All right, cheers, Abby.
Cheers.
Does your body hurt when you wake up? Are your hormones going crazy? Are you just getting so darn old? I'm here to tell you there is no help for any of it. And don't you dare try. For the last 3 years, I took several supplements to try to help me with my failing body, terrible brain fog, and general bad feelings. And all they did was make me B6 toxic. Yes, B6 toxicity is a real thing and I have it. Now, instead, I have burning mouth syndrome, also a real thing. Tingling and numbness in my arms and legs and a nervous bladder. Please heed this warning. Stop taking supplements, energy drinks, and anything else with high levels of B6. You don't want to be me. Hey, Olivia.
Hi, Mom. What's up?
What's up with you?
Not much. Just got back from New York.
I know. So how was New York?
It was a blast. It's like I'm a subway away from anything I want to go to. And so I'll like run down the West Coast Highway and I'll take a subway up. It's really fun.
Oh, that's exciting.
But it is expensive, so oof.
Yeah, it is expensive. Okay, so let's start with the beginning of the year. So in May, you left CMC.
Well, I think you skipped 5 months, but that's fine. I just was in school. So May,
I don't think much
I
happened in the beginning of the year.
that's true. But May, yeah, because I was boring. But
You
that's
were
besides-
boring.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
get to
boring.
that.
We'll get to that. So May in general, I was graduated from CMC, got my first degree there, and I got into Columbia to go for my second degree.
I know
so
she decided to go to New York. Which is
instead of
terrible.
USC, I'm the devil. But anyways, that's the point. But yeah, so I started my I ended my 3 years at Claremont, and now I'm starting my 2 years at Columbia. And I spent my summer in New York working at a bank,
And how
working a lot.
fun was that?
Not. It was fun. It was fun. I really loved my intern class, but it was really hard adjusting to the New York lifestyle and working. I was like, I didn't realize how lucky I had it with college.
Yes, I know you've Claremont McKenna is in.
It's the happiest place
Sunniest
on
and
earth.
happiest
It's true.
place,
If you can go to Claremont McKenna, go.
So now let's get to August, where all the fun starts.
Salt
The
air.
fun, the fun does start there.
Yes. So in the middle of August, what happened?
So, well, I PR'd for my 10K. Did pretty well.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was really fun.
That
I
was
should
really fun.
never have done the 10K. We were supposed to do the 5K, but for some reason we just kept running.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
a bad idea.
It was really fun. And so, yeah, so then the day after the 10K, I broke up with the person I was with for 2 years.
No, that was tragic.
It was really bad.
It was hard for me too because I never got to sleep in my own bed.
I know, she stayed in my bed with me for like the whole week I was home, because I was only home for 2 weeks, and then I was like jet setting off back to Columbia, back to New York. And so, but I have come out on the better side. I got my humor back, if you can't tell.
Yes.
I'm hilarious, but
Yeah, now I have to worry about you a lot more.
yes, because there are a few nights where you're like, what are you doing at 2 a.m.? And I'm
But
like,
it's
just
a
having
lot
a blast.
better than the boring Olivia, that's for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So now, what are your plans for next year? Or next
plans?
summer?
For next summer, I'm gonna also be working on another bank. I'm gonna be doing a little asset management job
So
in
you're
fixed
gonna be in
income.
New York too.
Yeah,
That's a shame. Because that's really far and,
yeah,
and dangerous. It's a dangerous city.
it is a dangerous city.
Okay, so what is your song for 2023?
My song for 2023
Yeah.
is "Shout Out to My Ex."
Can you please play us a little?
Yeah. Let me get my phone.
Moxie.
Oh wait, no, it's Almost Babies.
No, we have to start right where you're Okay, this is not the.
Olivia, play the shout out to my ex one.
Yeah, but do it. This is really funny. Don't even say what it is. Just like do it because we need to add the humor. Although this was funny enough.
All right, this is.
Ah!
3, 2, 1. Well, hello, Henry.
Hi, Karen.
Welcome. You're always the hugger. The rest of us in the family, we're just not used to that.
I'm gonna
But
touchy-feely
you're
guy.
bringing that emotion to the family, aren't you?
You know, Sarah hated hugging before.
I know.
This is the moment
We all hug more.
This is the moment I thought Sarah might like me. One time I visited, and Sarah came back from an event, and she like hugged me, and I was like, oh my god, she might like me
Yeah, Sarah touches you.
because this family doesn't hug. But I love.
Well,
I'm a
we're
hugger.
hugging a lot more now.
Yeah, I'm glad I brought
Yeah,
that to
we-
this
yes,
family.
you- Okay, so let's talk about 2023. I was trying to figure out when you had to give up your car.
That was Christmas of 22.
Yes.
It's right before the end of the year, 22.
Yeah, so I knew it didn't make the Christmas letter last year because it hadn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So what were your feelings about giving up your car?
I was really sad.
Because you
if I'm
had it for
honest.
how, tell me the story about your car.
Well, it's the first. I mean, it's not much. It's the first car I've ever owned. My parents gave it to me. My parents said, "We're going to buy you the most base model. You will have steering, AC, a radio, and power windows, and nothing else." And I liked it that way.
But did it have power windows? Because I
Yeah,
thought you
could.
couldn't roll it down.
No, I can go.
But
up
you
and
had
down.
no Bluetooth.
No Bluetooth. You can't charge your phone.
And what kind of was it?
It was a 2011 Chevy Malibu, the greatest car ever made. It had a bunch of dents. I just liked how it was impervious in there because like
I know.
it was just a worse car than everyone else's car on the road. So like
There was pride in that.
there's pride in that. There's also power in that because if you know you're in between two places and you see a Mercedes and you see my car, you know, if you hit my car, I've already hit it. You know, it's I had
Yeah,
since I
but
was
when
16.
you pull up to a valley in Los Angeles, it doesn't work out very well. when you're in a
That's-
12-year-old car.
That's fair.
So you get treated a little differently.
I kind
Now
of
that
like
you're
that.
a grown up,
I'm not that much of a grown. I'm only 28.
you are going to be a grown up pretty soon.
Yes.
Yes.
Is this where I'm supposed to? Well, Sarah is having a baby.
She is.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a surprise.
Yes. Shocker. And the due date.
Does that mean you're going to have a baby too?
Well, 'cause Sarah. Well, I'm going to become a father thanks to Sarah's gift of life that she can produce the
that's so
baby.
sweet.
She's
So,
the incubator. She
There's
does 90%
something that I
of the
don't
work.
think I've ever
I did my
mentioned
job.
to the Christmas letter group. So there was a certain conversation you had about what one should do for America.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what is your stance on that, Henry, about having the right amount of kids?
Well, all our economic models model in 2 to 3% population growth per year.
Okay.
America is currently at below replacement rate. And so it's important for everyone to have minimum 2 and nicely 3 kids so that our economy continues to grow. It's important.
So in order to help America,
you have
must
to.
have more than 2 children.
Yes, that's important. And immigrants have been helping saving America so far, but I think we should
You've
do
done
our
your
part.
share.
We got to do our part.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I did my share.
Oh, you did more than your share, Aaron. You,
So which I appreciate.
you're a super mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now,
Todd only did a little bit. You did.
oh, he's gonna watch this. That's not gonna.
Mothers carry the weight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been trying to get through a low and a high. So
Yeah.
obviously your high is the baby, but let's get like something else that might be a high.
Another high. I guess I got promoted this year,
Oh,
vice
that's
president. Yeah,
exciting.
that was in June. Yeah. So that's been good.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
We got to celebrate that. And then also, what is a low?
A low for me. I don't know if I have very many lows. Well, Sarah could probably think of better ones, but I view life as like you have a low, but it teaches you something. So I look at everything with rose-colored glasses. I can't think of anything. I think probably a low is probably, if I could guess, I've forgotten them all, right? Because it's good to have bad memory about those things.
Well, how about construction?
Construction.
Yeah, you guys added. You did construction in your house. There had to be some low during construction because construction's terrible.
You know what? For me, I think all the lows happened on Sarah's side. She was managing it all.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think for me, my low, if I had to guess, was I probably forgot something, or I did something wrong, or probably messed something up, and then Sarah, told me
Had to
that
fix it.
Had to fix it. So that's probably I probably did that several times this year.
Okay, so then what is your song for 2023?
I don't know. I think I've been thinking a lot, and I'm just really, every year I get more and more grateful for my wife, Sarah, your
Yes,
daughter.
Yes,
So
we're all grateful. For Sarah.
So I'm gonna pick an easy one. It's gonna be "On and On" by Brett Eldridge, and because if you ask me about Sarah, I can go on and on about her because I think she's so fantastic.
Oh,
I look
that's
up
so
to her.
Sweet.
She's my best friend,
Oh.
and I just think she's fantastic. So you can ask me about a question about Sarah, and I'll just
Well, not
keep
a
going.
question, but like a song.
No, that's
Oh,
my
fine,
song.
but you're supposed to play the song.
I'm supposed to. Oh shoot.
It's supposed to have the song all keyed up. Okay.
So I should have had it teed up, didn't I?
Yes. Well, some people have. Like Todd didn't know what his song was, but I mean, go to like the, so people can.
Oh, wait.
It's a very nice song. Well, we're excited about we're excited about 2024. You're the only one I'm hugging before or after. There are so many things you worry about when you become a parent. Over the years, parenting breaks you down, leaving you feeling scared and alone. Worse yet, when it is all over and you have no more teenagers, you are left wondering, will my behavior cause them to need serious psychotherapy, join a commune, or even worse, move to San Francisco? Well, I have the remedy for you. It's called It's Too Late You Screwed Up Your Kids. I strongly recommend this book. It's a quick read and it will help you transition from guilt to acceptance. What's done is done. Oh, look who's here, Claire.
Hello.
Hello, Claire.
Cheers.
Cheers. So you're repping Olivia's school.
Of course.
I know, everybody loves all their gear. They
I
have
know.
Really good gear.
One of us, you know, she's the first one of us and only that is
Yes,
going to
probably
graduate.
the only person.
At this point, I think we got to give up on
Yeah.
our dreams of anyone else.
Yeah.
So she's really carrying the torch for us.
Yes, very nice.
So I will rep her as our Ivy League goer of the
And you were
family.
just there.
I was just there, and I love New York because all of my college friends live there, which is I have no idea why they would want to. It literally smells like piss everywhere, and there's rats. And they've actually done like genetic studies on the rats, and they've like gained genes to like thrive better in the city and be like more vicious.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're very aggressive.
Yes. So they're literally living with like genetic abominations running around in the sewers. I'm like, is that happening to
So
us?
mutated rats.
Are we becoming mutated to live in cities and be vicious also?
Probably. At least in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2023. Let's get to you. So, most people know that you went to medical school.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about your journey.
Okay, so I was in medical school, and then I was really into research in undergrad, and that is actually how I first got into medicine and how I first got exposed to really science. I started doing research, cellular biology research, but I was like, I want to do something more human related. And then I started doing clinical research and getting involved with the Alzheimer's Association community. And that experience really made me want to apply to medical school. But then once I got to medical school, I was like, oh shit, well, you can bleep it out. Well, I was like, oh, I don't want to stop doing research because I really enjoy it. And it's something that I might want to do in my future career or do like drug development. So then I asked the administration if I could internally transfer to the MD PhD program, and they luckily said yes. So yeah, I was able to internally transfer. I had to take my board exam after my second year of medical school, and then I started my PhD.
And the perk is you don't pay.
Yes.
So it's free now.
And technically you get paid.
Technically you do. You get paid.
They give you 1 penny.
Poverty.
Yeah,
poverty level.
They give you 1 penny.
Yes.
And they said,
And they used to give you food stamps. But
yeah, no, I don't qualify for. Shout out California.
yes. Yeah. So now what is your project about?
So essentially, I used to start out doing things like computational biology, so that involves programming and coding. But now she has me, I say she, but it's also my project. But I have everything to do with prostate tissue experiments in my lab. So I do everything from
Yeah, you go over to the hospital and you grab people's
yes.
tissues of their
I grab their
prostate.
prostates, which I'm like,
It's kind of
it's
awesome.
out of their bodies though. It's
Yes.
not in them, so
You don't scrape them off of them.
yeah, no, I don't go around just grabbing prostates anywhere, but so I collect prostate tissue, and then I bring it back to the lab and then do a bunch of different experiments, and then we're a next generation sequencing lab, which is just a fancy way of saying like we find cool and interesting ways to find out things about the genome. So like, you know, those chromosomes, we can figure out what structures and what is interacting with each other in
So
those
you're
chromosomes.
you're working towards being
Geneticist.
Yeah, geneticist.
Well, an epigeneticist. No, well,
Too many
It's-
syllables for
no,
me.
the thing is everyone knows what genes are now, and everyone's heard of mRNA because of the vaccine and everything, but mRNA is like the expression of genes, and now they're finding out that there's things outside of genes that are affecting expression of genes, and so that's epigenetics. So things like 3D
Yeah, you
chromatin
know-
structure, DNA methylations.
The information you're learning has helped our family quite a few times now. You
Well, I
helped
think
me
that's
with
more of
my-
my medical degree then.
Yes, because you helped me with my B6 toxicity. And you
Yeah.
helped Sarah and Henry figure out their like gene mutations.
Yeah, that's
We're
true.
gonna have a baby, and so a lot of things that
You know, it's good, but you know what? I really want a minion. I really want someone that I can tell them to not be an idiot if they wanted to go to grad school, because I feel like I have all this expertise on how to be successful in grad school and how to go to grad school, and no one in our family wants to do anything related to biological sciences.
You're like it.
Yeah, I know. It's really
You're
annoying.
gonna be very busy.
I know they want to go make money, which is just
I know. I know that's true. So
Yeah.
you have how many more years?
I have probably 1.5 to 2 more years of PhD, and then I will go back to med school, and then I'll decide if I want to go to residency or if I want to do something like consulting or go straight into research.
So is there more money in consulting or research? Because I know that the doctors.
Research is like if you're doing research at a pharmaceutical, if you're selling out, essentially.
So,
If you're selling out, then you can make a lot of money. If you're not
we're
selling
going to
out,
see you on a commercial.
the government doesn't want to pay you a lot of money to do research in the reality. They want to know exactly how many pennies they're giving you, which is fine, but no, there's not a lot of money in academia.
Oh, interesting.
But
But you can make your own schedule if you're a professor.
yeah, except, I've come to realize that you have to be, it's very politicky, and I don't think I do well to do politics.
Yeah, you're more a lab person.
Yeah, I'm like the person that does the thing, not the person who tells people what things to do. I like to have my own project. I don't want to organize someone else's project. Of course, I get to actually apply for a grant this year so that I can be funded by myself, but I'm not going to have, I do have a minion, I have an undergraduate, but I don't have to like come up with entire grants just for her to like, to do that, so.
Okay, so what do you do for fun?
I go skiing. Well, I haven't gone skiing yet this year, but I did a lot of skiing this past year.
Yes. And that's what you wanted for your birthday was a ski outfit.
Yeah. That's, I get cold very, it's so funny because I always tell people, oh, I love skiing. I love skiing so much. I go skiing so often, which is true. But when I'm actually doing it, it's so common that I'm just suffering. I'm cold.
You like the challenge.
Yeah, I'm like very, very cold. But then the times where you're going like really fast or you're going through trees, it like makes it worth it. But I'm kind of realizing it's like not really, like at a basic level, it's like you have to accept a large amount of suffering in order to have those like small moments of like, wow, this is amazing.
That's true. So what was your high for the year?
Well, I'll say my high for the year was hearing that Sarah and Henry were gonna be parents.
That's super cool.
That's actually going to be the best thing ever, because I'm gonna force them to be a concert pianist.
The baby?
Yes, the baby. The baby's gonna be a concert pianist
And a biologist.
and a biologist. Yeah, and a biologist. I'm just going to like live vicariously through. I don't think Sarah and Henry are gonna do this, but I'm gonna do this. The baby's gonna be like, Aunt Claire is so annoying, but
Well, that's fine.
you gotta lead them to success. I can't imagine having 4 aunts and uncles. Like that's,
I know, that's true. There's going to be a lot of family members.
yeah. I was like, was there not enough?
It's a very worshipped child.
Yeah.
And then do you have a low?
I have a low. I will say PhD life is full of highs and lows. Like
Lots of lows.
in med school, there's milestones. Like, oh, I did well on this test. I did well on this evaluation.
I did well when I talked to this patient. I got good feedback. When you're doing research, you have to be very self-motivated, and you have to be, no one's gonna pat you on the back unless you literally invent the wheel, and no one is going to say good job for doing research and publishing papers. They're just gonna be like, okay, on to the next one. And so I think that's the thing that I miss the most about medical school, is that I accomplished something and it's done, and then it feels like I accomplished something and I don't have to worry about doing it again and again
Right,
and again.
that's true.
But yeah.
Okay, well then, what I've asked everybody is for like a song that represents 2023. And I know you sent everybody out a text message about turning in our rap for Spotify.
Spotify Wrapped, yeah.
So, I mean, do you even have your phone?
Yeah, I do.
Wait.
Wait, no, but I know off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
you do. But you can play a little bit of your song.
Oh, no, but it's so sad.
It's okay.
What? Okay.
Yeah, just today. I don't even know what a rap is, but I did send it. Or did I not send it yet?
No, you didn't send it.
Like your dad did.
Yeah, his was pretty good.
You'll laugh at mine.
Oh no. Okay, well it's.
Oh, I love that song. And this is your favorite artist right now.
Yes.
And
To
so what-
be the next.
and who is this?
This is Ethel Kane. She was my top artist, as well as 4 of 5 top songs.
Wow,
Yeah, her entire album is in top 20. So
that's pretty cool.
yeah.
All right, well, Merry Christmas, Claire.
Merry Christmas.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Making life choices is difficult. Who wants to be responsible for their own decisions? If you are confused and uncertain and don't want it to be your fault, I recommend consulting Sherry Mancuso. Sherry is a world-renowned psychic. I was first introduced to Sherry in the 90s after a tragic murder of a dear friend in Chicago. Not only did Sherry foretell exactly how my friend died, she predicted the big family Todd and I would eventually have. So no matter what kind of answers you are looking for, Sherry is a must.
Oh, and here's Todd. How are you, honey?
What?
I said, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Is that your theme song?
It's my walk-up music.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's not my theme song.
Okay, so 2023, we got good news.
Yes.
We're going to be grandparents.
Yes,
And what are
most
you? What do
exciting.
you want the child to call you?
I just want it to be healthy. I don't care. I always thought the cool name of all my grandparents was my great grandfather. We called him Babbo,
Oh, that'd be cute.
which was Italian.
Babbo is a good
Yeah,
idea.
everyone called him Babbo.
Oh, that's really good. Okay, so our high for the year,
Trip to
besides
Af-
the baby.
the trip to Africa for sure in December and January, and getting to see the gorillas up close, and getting a gorilla to push up against me, and 'cause he felt threatened because I was the largest male. Silverback.
I was scared of him, but I didn't get near him.
Yeah, where you didn't threaten him.
Yeah, no, I didn't. And then obviously I'm not that threatening, but compared to you, anyways. And then what was your low?
My low was watching you go through your P6 toxicity
Yes.
and all the anxiety it created for you and the craziness it caused you. And then the relief, I think it was September 30th when you found out it was what it was, because you thought you had everything from MS to, you name it. And then coming in and realizing it was just B6 toxicity, which is still a big issue.
Yes, just so you know, B6 toxicity sucks, and no one knows about it. So if you take too
relatively
many
new-
supplements,
or too many energy drinks, you get
yeah,
it.
I mean, I did it with supplements, but you should not take any supplements.
Yeah. Everything that says fortified,
Don't do it.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was bad. And then, so what is your song for 2023?
I was realizing the one I listen to the most is either Not But Not Tonight by Depeche Mode or Alone Together by Fall Out Boy.
Oh, do you want to play either of those, or you already have?
I had my
your
walk-up song.
Okay, well, good. And then Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Well, hello, Sarah. Welcome to the hot seat.
Thank you very much.
So we all know now that you are going to have my little grandchild.
Yes.
That we're very, very excited about.
I feel like I'm more nervous than excited, but in a week I'm actually going to find out all the important facts of the child, including the gender. So that I
Oh,
think
that's
will make it
exciting.
feel like the
I
big
know there's
one.
some people who prefer a boy and some people who prefer a girl. I obviously prefer a girl first because that's what we did, and that worked out.
I don't know if this will sound narcissistic, but I think I would also
And-
prefer a girl as
Yes.
the first one.
And then also, we did have several psychics in our lives, in various lives, to say it's supposed to be a girl, so we're going to find out.
Yeah, Henry had a masseuse that felt his left or right leg and said, "You're going to have a girl first."
Huh? Well, then,
So,
that
I know
tells
that
you all
tells
you
you.
need to know. We don't even have to go to the doctor.
No,
We
I-
just know.
I
And then I was telling all the other kids that we were taking out all the stockings. And then next year we might be lucky enough to have one big stocking down the middle. And then
I'm
the
sure that
panic
would go
set in
well.
everybody's eyes, like, oh my gosh, we're getting dethroned. But, I mean, they might.
So what's going to be your grandparent name? Do you know yet?
People keep asking me that. We usually just we thought the kid would decide.
Oh, okay. Like how I picked Pa for
Right, yeah, because you couldn't say anything else. So that's what you came up with. But then I was thinking, well, I don't mind grandma. We don't really care what they, I mean, there are some bad words I prefer not to be called by my grandchild, but other than that, I'm good.
Well, let's hope Henry learns how to not curse.
Yeah, we were just trying to get everybody to stop swearing during Christmas because we
Yes.
have to get ready. Okay, so what is your high for the year besides the baby?
I think in general, Henry and I did get to go on a lot of like one-on-one trips this year. We went to Stagecoach. We went on like a whole week-long vacation. So I feel like we did a lot of quality time, which happened to also be a good time before the baby, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's true because that don't stop.
Yeah.
All, all those things.
As
are
you
over.
know.
As I know, it still hasn't. Well, no, that's not true. We get to do things now.
But I have a great babysitter like
Yes,
that.
that's right. If we let you have your child, that's the question. We
Yeah.
just borrow the child indefinitely. And then what would be the low?
The low, I think in general, like, while it's very exciting to have a baby, the process of being pregnant has not been as much fun. I feel very tired all the time. I feel nauseous. Luckily, I haven't thrown up too much, but that's a big transition. But I think you've said at least once you get through the first one, you're more used to it.
You just forget about it.
Yeah, I learned now you eat crackers.
Being
when you wake
miserable
up.
is normal for a mom.
Yeah.
So it won't make any difference once you have another baby. You'll be like, yeah, this is normal.
Yeah. So I'm getting through it though. Next week is the end of the first trimester, so they say it gets better. I don't know if you agree.
I think it's really great until like the 8th month.
Okay.
Like the 4th or 8th month. But I guess everybody's different.
We'll see in May.
You can't avoid it now.
Yeah.
It's done.
You can't. Yeah, my
There's no-
favorite thing is
there's
that
no way
everyone
back.
likes to tell me horrible labor stories. And I have to now listen and then know it's my impending doom at the end of all this.
No
Then
one
you
tells,
get a baby.
They don't tell you the truth because most people forget about all the bad stuff. Because there's a lot of bad stuff when you're having a baby. But you forget about it.
Because you think the joy overcomes, or you just have PTSD?
I don't know. I actually think it must be biological. Like you literally just forget about it.
Oh, wow.
Because you're not, you don't want to focus on that. I keep hearing Moxie breathing. Okay, well then what is your song for 2023?
I feel like it's called Free by Zach Brown Band. It's like, I think it works because we're about to be parents, so the chorus says free as we'll ever be. So
Yeah,
this is
it.
probably as free as Henry and I will ever be, so I'll quickly play the chorus.
Oh. And then you can say Merry Christmas 2023.
Yes, Merry Christmas everyone. Have a wonderful 2024.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. I hope you enjoyed the first ever Karen Stevens experience. And I thought about it for a while about what I liked better, writing the Christmas letter or doing this podcast. The Christmas letter was great, except for it took a long time for me to write, print, which pictures to use, and this was so much easier. They decided the content, so my kids can't complain to me later about something that I revealed that they didn't want to. They decided how they wanted to look, so the pictures were offensive sometimes, and they didn't care for those. So I thought it went pretty well, and it's probably a lot easier to do in the future. And with the new upcoming little baby, I can show off my little grandchild as well. So until next year, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Karen Stevens Podcast, check it out.
The Karen Stevens Experience.
Train by day, Karen Stevens Podcast at night. All day.
This could be in the bloopers. I didn't ask the same question twice. You asked the same question twice.
Okay.
I'm trying to hold it in.
Your Phil Donahue was like bad. Oprah Winfrey,
Okay, I made you a pizza. Go over there and walk in.
that was the only good thing.
Karen Stevens Podcast, check it out.
The Karen Stevens Experience.
Train by day, Karen Stevens Podcast at night. All day.